Alright, people, welcome back to the channel. Yes, as you can see on the screen, it's right there. Um, we will be evaluating Chelsea squad for the upcoming season, and you'll notice that there is no Raheem Sterling in here because I believe he well and truly shouldn't be here. Who I'm not sure who else is missing, but if anybody else is missing, they shouldn't be here, innit? They shouldn't even be at the club. They shouldn't be considered at all. But we'll start right off. We have the untouchables, players that cannot be sold at any chance. They are starters. They are players. We have a class player, they're going to be there. They can be in the first team, but, there can be improvements on them. That's why it's class. That's why, you know, that's why that category is there. Good backup, your Andre Santos is your Dario Sugos. Needs time. Your new signings like Mark Gu needs time. I don't know because he was called back, But Anote, I'd say, might be good backup or needs time. You know, and then final chance. This is the last season. For me, this is the last season I believe they should have. And if they can't prove something in this season, then I think it's time to go. And let's start in right off with our goalkeepers. Robert Sanchez, I think it's his final chance. If he doesn't prove he can be a steady Eddie, a proper keeper, I still feel that he can be replaced. But if he doesn't prove that he can be a steady Eddie, this is his final chance. Jorgensen is a very good backup. Um, we haven't really got to see too much of him when he's been on the pitch. Sometimes he looks a bit shaky, but also that's because like he's in the second team. The second team different defense. It's not as good as the first team defense, which Sanchez has in front of him. But I think Jorgensen's a good backup. He's young as well. He has a bit of potential about him. I feel like he could be a starter for like Petrovic is for smaller and lower end of the table Premier League sides, and potentially could be like a Brent Leno when he was at Arsenal, like a Ramsdale that's currently at Newcastle. But yeah, Jorgensen is a good player. He could even go play in the likes of Italy and Germany. I really think he could do at a side like Inter Milan or something. I don't know why that's the first club that came to my head, but yeah, I feel like he could do at a club like Inter Milan or something. Cucurella, untouchable, best left back in the world. As I speak, he's currently um, in a friendly. He scored a goal. I need to go check out the goal. Yeah, Cucurella absolutely untouchable. I don't need to explain this one. It's just Cucurella. It's just what he does. He's such a baller, man. He's such a great player. Tosin, good backup to have. I could move him up, bump him up to class. I don't know. I think he's a good backup. He's a good steady Eddie to have in the team. He's I think the oldest player in the team. Might be the oldest player in the team right now. He's the uncle of the group. Call him I think among them call him Unks. I think the players call him Unks because he's as I said, he's one of the oldest on the team. His head is there. He has a good eye for a pass. He's a good ball playing defender. And I think he's our proper only centre back that can do that role. So yeah, Tosin, absolutely great player. I think he should just stay in the club, be a steady Eddie. Like when Bettinelli was here. If we get players that come and surpass him, he could be like a Bettinelli. Good when you need him, like a Thiago Silva. Even though it's not on the same level, Thiago Silva is absolutely world class. He is a different level of player. But I think you get what I'm trying to say with it. Badia Shield, final chance. I think it's his final chance. He's way too injury prone. He's been here what 3 years. I think he came with that first group of signings that were made by Todd Bowley when he was doing up all his weird signings. But yeah, Badia Shah I think is his final chance. If he can't find fitness, I think it's time for him to go. Levi Colwill, I want to put him here, but I'm going to put him in class because I feel like there's still a bit of development for him. I believe he's still 21, 22. So yeah, I think there's still a bit more he can develop in his game. But if in our past matches, you can see that we're really missing his profile. But I really do think Levi Colwill is he's like in the middle. He's in the middle between class and untouchable. But I'm gonna leave him there. Yoel Hattel, good backup for Kukurea. I could put him in needs time, but yeah, he's good backup for Kukurea. We've not got to see much of him, but when the games start ramping up as soon as the international break is over, when we have you know, our first match back is I believe Brentford, then we have Bayern, then we have Manchester United, then we have Lincoln, then we have Brighton. Back to back to back to back. There's like no rest. He's gonna really start getting minutes. Trevor Chalobah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I should have done this live. I should have done this live so I can have other people's opinions. But yeah, if you want to see me do this live, we could, see what you people are saying. I'm gonna put him in class because he's been very good. If Fofana, we're gonna get to, can play at his top level. Trevor Chalobah is still a class player, but he's good backup to have. Trevor Chalobah, he's very, very good, especially with the things I've gone through. I've said this many times on this channel already. Trevor Chalobah, with how humble he's been, with how he's conducted himself, finally getting back into the team is absolutely brilliant. On to Reece James, untouchable. That's captain. He's such a baller. He's such a great player. I don't think I need to say much to convince anybody. That's just Reece James. Gusto is good backup for Reece. Why Gusto is not in class is, I believe, Gusto, he gets carried by his pace a lot. When he's defending, when he's doing anything, he gets carried by his pace. His crossing ability is really not the best. His defensive ability is also not the best. He's like a Kyle Walker sort of, but I think Kyle Walker was even better defensively than Gusto. Gusto is really carried by how fast he is. So I think there can be an improvement there, but it's good backup to have. Who can be an improvement for Gusto? I think in terms of that, there's no real player in the world that would want to be backup right now. That would want to be doing Gusto's role in this team. There's no proper player to have. I think he's like the best backup you can have. You get what I'm trying to say? Fofana, final chance. If he can't sort himself out now, this season, it's well and truly his final season for me. If you can't sort yourself out, I know it's not his fault. It's injuries. He can't really control that. It happens in football. But it really just is what it is. If he can't sort himself out, then I'm sorry. It might just be time to go. It might be time to cut our losses, send him back to France or wherever he wants to go play. If he wants to leave, that's also going to be a problem. These players want him to leave. But yeah, if Fofana can't sort himself out this season, it's time to go. There's a lot of players. We've got Anselmino. We've got what's his face, Sarr. So there's players there that can really step up if and when needed to. Achimpong needs time. I would have personally liked him to go on a loan where he's starting constantly, constant minutes. And we all saw Bournemouth try to actually snap him off us. We wanted a straight loan. They wanted to sign him. As you can tell, there's a talent there. When Bournemouth are looking to him, he could be like a Dean Huijsen. Yeah. Once he starts getting consistent minutes, the eyes are really gonna be on him, and I really like him. Enzo Fernandez. This might be a controversial one, but I'm putting him in class because I feel like he has his off days so often. Like he can be so off on some days, and it can be so jarring. Yeah, Enzo can be so jarring. Like even in our last game, where he got a goal and an assist, he can be so jarring against Fulham. But he was horrible. But he got a goal and an assist in that match. So he's not untouchable. He can be replaced. Who can replace him? There's not many in the world that can really replace him. But he's not untouchable. But Enzo, he's great to have. He's really is great to have. He gives 100% on the pitch every single time he steps. He's always willing to fight. Dario Sugul is great backup to have. Absolutely lovely. There's not much to say. He's a steady Eddie. There's matches, in pre-season. There was I think at the start of the season as well. Was that the start of the season or against West Ham? Anyways, you see him come on for Caicedo, and it's a like for like player, so it's a very good backup to have. Andre Santos is a great backup to have. I'd like to put him in class, but if Enzo is in class, you can't put Andre Santos in class. Andre Santos, if he develops well, he could, yeah, he could genuinely take Enzo's place in this team, which is crazy to say, but it's possible. Andre Santos could genuinely take Enzo's place in this team. It's not mad to say that. I genuinely think it's not mad to say that. Moise Caicedo, untouchable. On to the next one. Romeo, I don't need to say much. I don't need to say much of Moise Caicedo. Romeo, it might be final chance. I was about to put him a good backup. It might be final chance. He's been here, 2 seasons now? If he can't sort out his injuries, sorry, Romeo, it might be time to go, bro. It might be time to go. It might be time to go look for your football somewhere else. Like a Pedro Neto, we're about to get onto. He was quite injury prone at Wolves. He came to Chelsea, and he's not had any major injuries at all. So Pedro Neto is class. I absolutely love him. He's a great player to have. I think once some of these players start developing, I think like Esteval, once they start developing, I think like Gittins as well. If Yao Pedro is going to be playing like a left wing, and Palmer is in cam and Esteval is right, you could be seeing Neto pushed to the bench. But he is such a great player to have. I don't think he scored a goal this season, but no, he has scored a goal this season against West Ham. So yeah, he's really good. Liam Delap, I'll give him needs time. First game of the season, he didn't really get to play. Second game, he got his chance. He couldn't really get a goal whilst everybody else was scoring. And in the Fulham game, he got injured early. So I'm gonna put him in needs time. I think Maresca's trying to do something there with Yao Pedro. I think he's trying to do something there with Yao Pedro and Liam Delap. Trying to put Palmer on the right. Esteval will be like a backup because you have to remember Esteval is literally 18. He's literally a child. Palmer will be doing that right wing cutting in kind of role in that kind of half space. Yao Pedro will be like the cam. Pedro Neto or Jamie Gittins or Alejandro Garnacho can play left wing. I think that's what Maresca's trying to get to, and it'll be like a Liam Delap as striker as a flat track bully, which is what Mark Guiu's profile is, which is why I think Mark Guiu could actually get a lot of minutes in this squad. I think he's definitely going to start against Lincoln. He's definitely going to start against I think he's definitely going to start against Brentford if Palmer's not available. That might be crazy to say. No, I think he actually will start against Brentford because before Esteval even came on, it was Yao Pedro, Liam Delap, Palmer, and Neto. So I think Mark Guiu is actually going to start against Brentford, which is, I think he's a great player. I think he's a great one to have. As you can see, I've moved Palmer to untouchable. There's no need to discuss about that. Jamie Gittins, he needs time. He well and truly needs time. He's 20 years old. He's he's a shimmy kind of guy. He's dangerous in the 1v1. He's dangerous through the gap, through the channels. If we can really find a way to use his pace and his attributes, his dribbling ability, I'm not sure how great his crossing and his finishing ability is. We'll get to know as the season goes on, but I know his best attributes are his pace and his dribbling ability. If we can isolate him in 1v1s, get him in positions where he can really run past the defender, I think we could unlock him. And he needs time. We'll give him that. Yao Pedro, untouchable. We've seen him already, from the Club World Cup to the start of the season to what he did in the last game, what he did in the game before. He's absolutely untouchable. What a great player. Mark Guiu, I'm gonna put him in needs time, or should I put him in good backup? Because he will end up being backup to Liam Delap when Liam Delap is back. But I think Mark Guiu needs time. These two being the same, yeah, that's fair. Mark Guiu needs time. He should have had minutes on loan at Sunderland. He should have been playing more games. It would have been nice to see him there, but you know, unfortunate injury for Liam Delap has caused this. That's how I was thinking we could have kept Jackson. We didn't have to sell Jackson. It wasn't really a must to sell Jackson. But yeah, Esteval, I'm gonna put him in class because this guy is a baller, man. This guy we've seen what he's been doing already. As I've said already in this video, he's only 18. Yeah, he's only 18. He's a world beater. He could really hit heights, serious heights. Once he gets that first goal, once he gets his first goal, I think there's no turning back for Esteval. Once he gets the feel for that first goal, there's really no turning back for Esteval. Fancudo Benanote needs time. We'll give him the time. We'll see what he can do. And finally, Alejandro Garnacho. I'm joking. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. We haven't seen Alejandro Garnacho at all, so by default he goes in the needs time section. We'll see what he can do when he finally gets minutes. Alejandro Garnacho could really, I don't rate him highly. You've seen the videos I've done on him, but with Maresca as his coach, putting his head down with the squad around him, telling him, yo, you need to focus. I think with the potential he has, like, this isn't a joke thing, like, make no mistakes, like, the hype around him, he's been playing football for a long time, since United bought him. He's been playing football for a long time, played over 50 games last season for United. He could really be, and he's only 21. He has potential to be special, but it's about, can he do it? When you ask me what are his best attributes, I couldn't tell you. But on the pitch, he gets in positions, his movements is sublime. Even his movement, should I say sublime? I'll say his movement is great. If you can, train him to be less selfish, to use the other attributes he should have, that got the scouts all over him, that got him his calls up, his calls up for Argentina. If he can really get that back into him, get grounded, get serious, I think Alejandro Garnacho could be quite a good signing. But yeah, this is what I've made up in the final chance. We have Robert Sanchez, Badiashile Fofana, Lavia needs time, Joshua Chimpong, Liam Delap, Jamie Byner-Gittins, Mark Guiu, Facundo Benanote, Alejandro Garnacho, good backup, Jorgensen, Tosin, Jordan Hato, Gusto, Dario Esugo, Andre Santos, Klaas, Levi Colwill, Trevor Chalobah, Enzo Fernandez, Pedro Neto, Willian Esteval, Untouchables, Marco Correa, Reece James, Moise Caicedo, Cole Palmer, and Wow Pedro. That guy is good. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you think there's any player that I've put in the wrong ranking, if you think there's a ranking I could have used instead of these ones, let me know. If you want me to try a live on this, get other people's opinions on this, let me know. Comment section, what do you think of my rankings? Are these the best rankings that could have? This is the best team we could, obviously not the best team we could have had. We could have had like a Xavi Simons and all of that, but it is what it is. That's happened. That boat has, should I say, sailed or sunk? Because it sunk. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Make sure to click up all the buttons, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, share. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay funky, stay fresh.